I'm Captain Intrigue. In this episode, I'll be giving you a behind-the-scenes look at how I put on my Mark I superhero armor.
Captain Intrigue.
In the last episode, you got to see a dramatized suit-up sequence, except you didn't actually get to see me putting the armor on. In fact, you've never got to see me putting the armor on. The reason for that is because it actually takes around 5 minutes, and it's also very awkward. But I wanted to do a video on the process of putting the suit on because it's actually one of the biggest obstacles with designing any type of electronic armor, since there's just so many wires, hoses, armor parts, and it's very tricky to design a suit that's fast and easy to get into. So let's take a look at some behind the scenes footage from the last episode of me getting into the suit. The first step is to put on the fireproof nomex flight suit. In the winter, I prefer to wear this over my normal clothes since the armor doesn't keep me very warm when it's freezing outside. The flight suit is an essential part of the armor that protects me from fire just in case I ever have a leak in the fuel system for the flamethrower. Next, I put on the shin guards and clip those into place. Those contain the amplified speaker system for the voice changer that I also built in a previous episode. Then I put on the belt and leg drop platforms. Those platforms contain the flare launchers, which I did a video on previously. The leg drop platforms are clipped around my thighs with plastic buckles. The flare launchers are designed for riot control or to disperse large crowds. They fire packets of mini fireballs up to about 100 feet. The power wires from the leg drop platforms are then connected to each of the shin guards to power those amplifiers. Then I'm ready to put on the rest of the armor, although the first thing to realize is that the display case isn't just for showing off the armor, it's actually the way I get in and out of the suit. The suit hangs in the display case using 6 chains with hooks on the ends. This allows me to climb into the case and poke my head up through the armor. As I stand up, I lift the armor up onto my shoulders and it relaxes tension on the 6 chains. Then I carefully start unhooking them one by one. It's designed so that I can do it completely by myself, but it's a lot easier and faster if I have someone to help me. Sometimes it goes smoothly and other times not so much. Here I'm having a little bit of trouble because the arm became twisted. Once all the chains are unhooked, I carefully climb out of the coffin, as I call it, with my arms dangling. Next, the chest straps are clipped to keep the chest armor tight against my body. Then I put my hands into the gloves one at a time and close the forearm guards by clicking them shut. Then both arms are strapped tight with Velcro straps around the biceps. The audio cables then need to be routed through the leg straps and connected to the amplifiers on the shins. These cables carry the audio signals for the voice changer. Also, the power connectors can now be connected from the torso armor to the flare launchers on top of the leg drop platforms. This provides power to each of the legs. The final step is putting on the helmet and connecting it to the rest of the torso. One connector is for the headset microphone and plugs into the voice changer mounted on my back. The other one is the power connector for the helmet, which plugs into the back of the suit. At this point, I'm all suited up and ready to go. So to get out of the armor, I just do everything in reverse, which leaves the suit hanging in the coffin again when I'm finished. I would say that the biggest downfall of the Mark I is the difficulty of getting in and out of it and of trying to transport it. It probably doesn't look so bad on video, but it's very inconvenient. Whenever we have to film at a new location, I put the armor back into the coffin hanging from the chains, and then using a dolly I wheel it outside and load it into my trailer, and then I drive to wherever we're filming. That way I can use the coffin to suit up whenever I'm ready. I built the coffin with the intention of trying to make it lightweight, but it's really not. But worst of all, it's big and awkward, so it's not an easy task loading it up each time we need to film on location. Every suit of armor I've built was difficult to get in and out of, but I learned some valuable lessons from the Mark I. These lessons helped me to figure out a much better design for putting the suit on, which I'll be trying out for the first time on the Mark II. In fact, I'm specifically designing the Mark II so that I can get in and out of the armor quickly and easily by myself without needing a huge storage case like the Mark I. But that's for another video. So in order to work on the armor, I like to put it on a mannequin. It makes it a lot easier to work on. So the problem is it weighs 35 pounds and lifting it onto a mannequin each time is not easy. So to get over that, I built this winch system. And the winch uses a gear motor, and so once it's in position it won't backdrive, and this allows me to just slide the mannequin underneath it and then lower the winch. Okay, so here's the mannequin, and then I just shove the mannequin underneath the armor and lower it down. Okay, so that's it. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because I've already started working on the Mark II armor. And one of my main goals with it is to design it so that I can put it on quickly by myself and transport it in a small case with wheels. When the Mark II suit is done, I'll actually make another suit up video showing how much easier it is to put on in comparison to this Mark I armor. Oh, and I've had a lot of you ask me about buying a set of night vision goggles. I am working on getting them ready for sale in the next few months, but until then I've actually decided to give away a free set of night vision goggles. To enter to win the free goggles, all you have to do is click here or in the link in the description below and enter your name and email address. Around the middle of next month, I'll actually draw a name at random and announce the winner.